In our top story today, a Rochester police officer is suspended after an incident at Strong Memorial Hospital involving a paramedic last week. Police say the paramedic bumped the officer's car, which then led to the paramedic being detained while she was tending to a patient. Erica DeCoste joining us live this morning with the latest. Erica.
Good morning. And Monroe Ambulance says this situation put the safety of both the EMT and the patient at risk. And the EMT did seek medical attention for minor injuries. Now we are hearing from that EMT who is obtained a lawyer and says they want justice from RPD and is asking for more than just paid suspension. Monroe Ambulance also says the employee showed sound decision-making by prioritizing the care of the patient, and they add the actions of the officer don't represent values of RPD. The mayor has shared similar thoughts in a statement saying he expects more from employees. The Police Locust Club says the decision to suspend the officer is perplexing, saying the two parties reached a mutually acceptable resolution that day. We also have heard from organization Save Rochester, who says Lakia Smith has suffered long-lasting mental, physical, and emotional trauma and wants to see more from officers.
In all honesty, I'm thinking that she would like to see the Rochester Police Department definitely come up with some type of punitive resolution up to termination.
Now, in a statement, the EMT worker says, quote, "Once I'm feeling better, I just want my life to go back to normal and continue on in my career as an EMT. I pray this never happens to anyone again, and I also pray that justice that is needed is served swiftly." We have all these statements on our website, rochesterfirst.com, and also worth noting that officer has not been identified. In Rochester, Erica DeCoste, News 8.
All right, Erica, thank you so much. And Chief Smith says they will release written updates on this investigation when appropriate. Well, yesterday afternoon, a 14-year-old boy was shot on Rosewood Terrace in the midst of a police chase involving an SUV with 5 people inside. That boy is expected to make a full recovery. Officials tell us the vehicle was seen speeding away just after U.S. Marshals in the area heard gunshots. After a brief chase, the vehicle, which was reported stolen out of Penfield, crashed, and those inside fled on foot in the area of Woodman Park and Landcraft Street. All 5 were taken into custody. It's important to note it's unclear if the shooting and the chase are related. A teen has been sentenced to 20 years to life in connection to a fatal armed carjacking attempt in Gates from 2021. 16-year-old Edgar Tolentino shot 71-year-old Richard Shasha of Irondequoit on April 7th on Buell Road while attempting to steal his car. Shasha was taken to the hospital where he later died from his injuries. Another teen connected to this case, 16-year-old Anthony Jacobs, will be sentenced on Wednesday. Meanwhile, police have identified a man who was shot and killed over the weekend. We're told 47-year-old Marcus J. Bennett was found shot on 6th Street Saturday night. He was pronounced dead at the scene. This is Rochester's 39th homicide of 2022. No suspects are in custody, and this investigation is ongoing. The penalty phase is underway in Florida in the deadliest mass shooting case to reach a U.S. jury. The panel of 7 men and 5 women will decide whether the gunman in the Parkland school massacre lives or dies. Opening statements began Monday using the shooter's own words from social media against him. Legal experts say the premeditation will be hard for the defense to overcome. For the gunman to get life in prison, the defense team only needs to convince 1 juror to spare his life. At least 3 people are dead, 2 others are injured after a shooting at an Indiana mall this Sunday. Police said the suspected gunman, seen here, Jonathan Spearman, had multiple magazines and at least 100 rounds of ammunition. The shooting was over in about 2 minutes because 22-year-old Elijah Dickin, who had been shopping with his girlfriend, shot and killed the gunman with his own gun, a gun he was legally allowed to own. All right, let's go ahead and switch gears now. A lot of crime and violence, I know there, James. Yes. Where's the good news with you? Some heat.
Yeah, right. Heat, nice day, not too many clouds in the sky. And we're starting off pretty comfortable this morning, Allie. 60s to around 70. Batavia at 70 degrees. Henrietta 69, 64. In Victor, a little bit cooler there. Webster, you're at 68 degrees. If we're going to the playground, We are trying to stay cool, certainly. Drink a lot of water, sunscreen, and then keep your eye to the sky. And also listen for thunder. Some isolated storms going to pop up, I think, this afternoon and this evening, right around 2 or 3 to about 6 or 7 p.m. Tonight. We'll have a peek at the 8-day forecast at the end of the show. Allie, back to you.
All right, James, thank you. Another look at the roads. Same story out there right now. No accidents. 390, 490, 590 are clear. We'll keep you updated throughout the morning. One person is being treated for minor injuries after a fire broke out early yesterday morning on the corner of East Main and Alexander Streets in Rochester. This is the same place where a car fire spread to the building last week, setting it on fire. About 15 tenants have been displaced since last Friday. Officials say RG&E shut off power as a result of that initial incident and boarded up part of the building. At one point, crews say the fire was so intense they had to attack it from the outside. A nearby diner, Jim's on Main, will be closed today because of smoke damage. They hope to reopen Wednesday. We still don't have a cause for either fire. Well, the Reawaken America tour has been rejected by the Main Street Armory, and now another owner is saying it won't take place at her business either. The tour brings in speakers aligned with former President Trump, which came under scrutiny after the organization announced its event at the Main Street Armory in August. Due to public backlash, the Armory announced yesterday it would not be holding the event anymore. Reawaken America organizers then told us it would be held at a business in Macedon, but we checked with an owner who said the tour will not be held there either. The Rochester Fire Department honored newly promoted officers at MCC yesterday. The promotions representing different ranks of the management team, from lieutenant, captain, battalion chief, deputy chief, and executive deputy chief. Each officer must complete the civil service process and take an exam in order to receive their promotion.
Now we're going to bring up,
The Seneca Park Zoo is offering visitors a new place to stop by for a bite to eat. Monroe County Executive Adam Bello was among the group of officials to celebrate the opening of the Trailside Cafe at the zoo on Monday. Bello also adding, on hot summer days, this new indoor restaurant is perfect to get away from the warmth and go enjoy some good food. And here's what some people might be talking about at the water cooler this morning. The MLB's All-Star Week is in LA this week, and last night was the Home Run Derby. Juan Soto of the Washington Nationals winning the competition with 19 home runs. In LA this week as well, the Traveling Baseball Hall of Fame is taking place. The reduced Hall of Fame will have some items outside for free and require a ticket to view what the inside contains. Looks like a fun night. James, a great day for some baseball. A little hot. You might need some water to cool down, though.
Yeah. Home run derbies are fun. That's maybe the extent of the fun that I've had playing baseball. Just throw some softball pitches and see how far you can hit the ball. Right? Simple, fun to watch. The pros do it as well. Something I think we've all done as kids. Your 8-day forecast here, up to 88 degrees today. I think a few spots hit 90. Watch for some showers and thunderstorms. And yes, those overnight lows down to only 70 degrees next couple of nights. Likely low 90s Wednesday, and it sticks around. Heat's not going anywhere, at least through the rest of the week and into the weekend.
All right, James, thank you. That is all for News 8 at Sunrise. Our next update is coming up in 30 minutes. CBS Mornings is up next.